What's going on, everyone? My name is Henry from Ahead of the Curve 94. Thank you so much for tuning in to another very special episode of The Shit Show. On today's show, we're going to review the 1999 not so classic Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, End of Days. Let's go.
Welcome to the Shit Show.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's check out the plot synopsis. As usual, the film follows alcoholic former NYPD detective Jericho Kane, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who, after he saves a banker, Gabriel Byrne, from an assassin, finds himself embroiled in a religious conflict and must protect an innocent young woman, Robin Tunney, who is chosen by evil forces to conceive the Antichrist with Satan. Holy shit. That's deep. Literally.
Welcome to the Shit Show.
Off rip, let me just get it out the way. The cast in this one, fucking dope. Of course, you have the star, Schwarzenegger. He's also supported by CCH Pounder, Kevin Pollak, Robin Tunney, Gabriel Byrne. There's some real hitters in this one. Another pro I want to get out the way. Great fucking premise. It's pretty simple, actually. It's complicated, but it's simple. Satan's been in hell for 1,000 years. Basically, look at it as jail time. He's being released from his prison for this small period of time to, let's be real, homie wants to fuck. Okay, yeah, he wants to make a baby, to form the Antichrist. Yeah, there's more to it. But at the end of the day, he's just trying to get some ass. And then you insert Arnold's big ass. Of course, he's going to be fucking protecting somebody. It's a little Terminator 2-ish in a way. This next pro might be a little controversial, but I appreciate that it's willing to show the Catholic Church in another way. There's no dancing around this. They've had plenty of, let's just say, controversies in the last few decades.
There's only one life. How many lives are you prepared to end if we do nothing?
No! That's not who we are.
Of course it is. We are doing God's work. We are preventing the end of days.
Are you saying there are holy men, righteous priests, who are willing to kill to protect their deep, dark secrets? No, of course not. And while we're at it, the Pope is played by, I don't know his name. I'm really ashamed to say it, but I know him as Tio Salamanca from Breaking Bad. For those who are listening, I'm pointing at the complete series DVD over here. Yeah, whenever there's a Breaking Bad alumni, I gotta acknowledge it. And it's hilarious to me. Within this church, there's a lot of people who are leaning toward the side of, hey, we got to take one life to protect all the other lives. And, I get it to an extent, but, luckily, Tio Salamanca's like, no, we must protect the child. That's not how he sounds, by the way. The intro of this film starts in 1979 at basically the moment Christine is born. Now, to counter against the church, we also have this group of people who are on the side of Satan. And this organization, they're everywhere. They're like roaches. So in 1979, when Christina is born, she plops out of her mom and is immediately taken away. Yeah, it turns out this seedy organization, they had their claws in her from the get-go. There's so many people in on this. The nursing staff, the doctors. I couldn't imagine being in that situation. As soon as the baby's born, you gotta give it up anyway, but to think about diabolical shit like this, I'm not built for that. So yeah, movie wastes no time. It gets weird really fast. Fucking Udo Kier is in the film, and yeah, he's here to perform the ritual. Cut to 20 years later, Christine York is just another person in New York City, just living her life while haunted by dreams of Satan. To counter that, she's been prescribed a bunch of Xanax and medications, and the entire time she's being coddled and groomed by this organization. It's brutal because in reality, she has no one looking out for her. These people are all about Satan. They're just using her as a conduit. Ooh, I should mention, I am recording this video on December 12th, 2024. So that's 12/12/24. And also the film's plot line is leading up to the new millennium of 2000. I thought this would be the perfect film to cap the year off. So no matter what, this will be the last video I post. Happy New Year! Hope you had a great holiday season. If not, you can always bounce back next year. Keep trying. And while we're at it, thank you for a great 2024. Looking forward to 2025. Let's go. The year 1999. Now, people, I was all of 5 years old. I was born in 1994, so I didn't get to experience the, hysteria, paranoia, just the crazy culture surrounding the whole Y2K craze. Yeah, personally, I would never understand it because I don't think I would have believed in the dumb shit, personally. Luckily, this film, End of Days, it really makes me feel like I am there. All throughout the film, you'll see a bunch of NY2K signs. It's like great fucking marketing, okay? That is dope. That is like the best thing I've seen for New York. Outside of the Jason poster for New York, I mean, I gotta say, this is pretty fucking dope. That's some goddamn sugar on top, baby. Life is crazy, isn't it? Especially when the devil comes out the ground and he's all cloaked in invisibility. It's just so fucking stupid here. Sure did pick the right guy, though. Motherfucking Gabriel Byrne, who's dressed like Johnny Cash or some shit right now. This devil guy, people, I don't know if you know this, but he's been known to be a bit of a dick. He'll just casually grab you by the tits, stick his tongue down your throat, and then blow you up. I'm not kidding, that happens. Early on. God, it's so ridiculous. Why do I love this shit? So yeah, the devil now is running amok the streets of New York City, just causing trouble. He's straight up murdering folks and looking at asses. As far as he's concerned right now, he's fucking free to do whatever he wants. But let's put him aside for now. Yes, we got the devil, wonderfully played by Gabriel Byrne. We'll come back to him. Let's cut to our introduction to Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, Jericho Kane. Yeah, that's what we're gonna name this hard-boiled Austrian New York detective. And to be fair, this is not a movie I grew up watching. I just saw this film for the first time this year. At the time of this recording, I've seen it like 4 times. I'm just like, it gets better and better. It's all uphill from here, okay? To be fair, though, this was a film that my dad had on VHS, so I've seen this cover most of my life. But for some reason, I never popped into VHS, and I wish I did, though, because this is something I really missed out on. A hell of a thing I missed. It could have been a great bonding moment with my father, but hey, it's fucking worth it. Happy New Year's. So we cut to Arnold in his dingy little New York apartment. This character's supposed to be tragic, okay? Jericho's wife and daughter were killed because he simply did his job. I believe he testified against some really powerful people, and well, they used those connections. They took out the family. It's a little similar to Max Payne, minus the psycho drug trips. So yeah, tragic shit. But the way he's playing it, especially in this intro scene, it's goddamn hilarious, okay? He is trying his best to just get an inkling of a tear.
Let's go, we're gonna be late.
Yay, it's Kevin Pollak, who, yeah, I was a big fan of him, especially in like the 90s, early 2000s. Big Kevin Pollak fan. Underrated actor. This scene tells you everything you need to know, that this is going to be a goddamn ridiculous trip, but hey, we're going to have some laughs on the way. Now, outside of this rather small pocket of people, Most of the world has no idea what's going on. They're busy dealing with the paranoia of Y2K. Meanwhile, our heroes are dealing with goddamn horny ass Satan. I mean, it's not fair. And the shit that they have to go through to get to the end of this, oh man, it's scarring. This movie is gory as fuck. They hold no punches, even when it's goddamn stupid. So Schwarzenegger and Kevin Pollak's character, they are basically guns for hire, legal people you can hire for protection. I believe there's a word for it that it's definitely escaping me right now. Editor, please be nice.
Nope.
But they have access to guns and helicopters, which they very quickly abuse. So they're hired to protect some wealthy banker, some unknown dude. It's just another job for them, okay? Yeah. Do this, by the end of the day, you get a check. Move on to the next one. It turns out that this wealthy banker is Gabriel Byrne. And god damn, this motherfucker is dedicated to doing his job. He wants to die. Takes one of the fucking chests, hops in the helicopter, which, by the way, I don't know the rules for the organization they work for. I'm pretty sure you can't just land a fucking helicopter in the middle of the street. I mean, they're landing on cabs and shit. Like, I don't think protecting this banker necessarily, I don't think we should put the rest of the city in danger, okay? That's just my opinion. And, it's my right to have it. They really do just bypass so many laws there. But it turns out that this assassin, this gunman, it's not just a regular, homeless, crazy person. No, this one was a former priest. Now, let me let you in on a little secret here. Just a couple years prior, which I believe was 1997, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the star of Batman and Robin. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze was the star, first billed on the cover of Batman and Robin. So yeah, use that for what you will. After that goofy shit, which I love, we're gonna get into it someday. It's gonna happen. I gotta wait for the right time. After that dumb shit, he decided, I want to get serious. I'm getting older here. I can't do the fun, crazy uncle shit anymore. Maybe he thinks he's not as cool as he once was. So he's like, I'm going to get an Oscar. And this is it right here. Jericho Kane. Jokes aside, he, Kevin Pollak, and CCH Pounder, man, I wish those three had more scenes together because they're great together. It's actually a damn shame. I bet whoever edited this piece of junk was like, yeah, we fucked up. I say that because whenever CCH Pounder is on screen, I kind of feel like everyone, kind of just steps up the game a little bit. She's just known to bring that out of people. So, yeah, props to you, CCH Pounder. Great fucking name. While she's a legit detective, police officer, fucking Kevin Pollak and Arnold Schwarzenegger, they are still illegally investigating the fucking assassin from earlier. And it leads to an underground tunnel with unspeakable shit that I won't spoil for the sake of the review. But yeah, no, there's some shit going on there. And that's really just like the tip of the iceberg because it gets way in depth later. But yeah, I can't spoil everything for you. Speaking for myself, of course, this shit was tense. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's move on. Cut to Christine York. Yep, that's her name. More on that later. I mentioned earlier, this poor girl is haunted by visions. Apparently, she's been going through it her entire life, which is unspeakable. So, yeah, she's medicated very highly. Shout out to Robin Tunney. She was really great in Prison Break, season 1. That was one of my favorite shows back in the day. Great rack. For the most part, her role in this film is sort of just to, be terrified of what's coming and to sort of just stay back. Okay, yeah, there's not a lot going on written for the character, but the way the actor plays it, she's great. We'll come back to her really shortly. For now, Arnold goes to church. And this is where he meets the goddamn info-whale priest. If you saw the trailer, perhaps, you might have heard him deliver the iconic line. It's not super iconic as they think it is. It's kind of fucking stupid, but I'm here for it anyway. Play the clip.
Number of the beast is not 666. Often in dreams, numbers appear upside down and backward.
Jump cut to Satan, who, well, he decides, before I meet up with Christine and, before we procreate and have the Antichrist that is going to end the world, before I get to that, I need to warm up first, okay? I need a few practice pumps in, I want it to be quick and easy. I want to experience it. So, you know what? Let's bust off a few nuts. Also, he decides, I'm going to start with one of my loyal supporters' family. This is so fucked up, y'all. I don't know what I can show of this clip, but this is probably my favorite scene in the entire film. And it is horrible. Oh my God. So Satan walks into a room. Yeah, looks like I'm setting up a joke. So he walks into a room, sees two women sitting at a dinner table, cut to him on these red sheets, fucking the shit out of them. And these two are mother-daughter. So, hey, I'm not here to kink shame, but that's gross. Anyway, even if you're under the spell of Satan, a part of you is like, gross, that's my fucking mom. I can't be here for that. I don't care about the power of Satan, even God. Nope, this will not happen. So his stroke game is so on point that he pulverizes these women and they start to meld into each other, okay? Like they sort of conjoin as if it was The Thing. 1982, not 2011. Fuck you. 1982. Don't you dare play a Thing 2011 clip. Fuck you, editor. Gotta get a better one. So what does any of this have to do with the plot? Not really anything. Like I said, it's just Gabriel Byrne having fun playing the devil, which might be one of my favorite portrayals. In 25, we're going to do the 20th anniversary of Constantine, which is played by, look at that, another Prison Break alumni, whose name I'm also drawing a blank on. Editor, don't start. Yeah, I think that one's pretty dope as well, but we'll get into that next year. I gotta be real, people. This portrayal is pretty infectious. He's just having a good old time. As if melting a man's family into a puddle of goo wasn't enough. Well, he quickly gets rid of Udo Kier, okay? Which, that's probably, I feel like that's in Udo Kier's contract that he must be killed in every movie he's in. Hey, it is what it is, but it's like, damn, man, you really just put this guy through the ringer for his last few hours. Why am I feeling bad for this cult-like Satanist? Yeah, scratch that from the record. Arnold quickly and easily finds Christine, which I won't reveal in this review. It's a really fucking stupid reason, but I gotta implore you, I urge you, please watch this film and tell me that this is not some stupid shit. I hope one day, like in 2-3 years, I come back to this video and there's a comment of like, what's he talking about? Did you watch the movie? Okay. How did they find Christine York's name? If you can answer that and tell me that's not some stupid shit, you win. I don't know what to tell you. And let me be clear, folks, he arrives at the best possible time. She's literally about to take one in the chest from homie from Too Fast, Too Furious, which I guess he's, culturally ambiguous. So I guess he's Italian in this one and then Cuban in Too Fast, Too Furious. Don't ask me, people. They also got a Jewish guy playing a Cuban in that one, so hey, whatever. People, Christine is freaked out, okay? She almost got taken out by multiple priests, and now she's saved by this giant Austrian dude in a leather jacket. There's a lot going on in her life, okay? So excuse her if she doesn't have it quite together just yet. Just in time, too, because the Catholic Church is here for blood. Now, one of the more dumber elements of this film is Satan's powers, okay? They're clearly undefined. He literally just does whatever the plot needs him to. Why does he cloak himself? Why does he hide at all? I don't know. But at one point, he lights his piss on fire as if he's goddamn Ghost Rider or some shit. This is where Kevin Pollak, he catches a bad one, okay? He's literally just sitting in the van, unbeknownst to him.
Damn! He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3.
Jericho and Christine are literally outrunning the devil, who enters in the most badass way possible. Homie's literally just on fire, just speaking calmly to Christina. Meanwhile, the old lady, who's also a Satanist supporter, whatever it is, she is kicking the shit out of Arnold for a second there. I'm like, goddamn, homie, fight back. Of course, you know, he turns the tide on her kind of easily, but man, I ain't gonna lie, man, I was worried for old Jericho. And with him being a former alcoholic in the midst of this crisis of faith, I gotta say, it's great writing, at least in my opinion, because he's constantly questioning shit. He's like, you know, am I still fucked up? Am I just tripping? Do I need to sleep? Like, he is constantly asking questions, and you know, it's sort of like a mouthpiece for us, the audience. So, you know, bravo. Props where it's due. Luckily, CCH Pounder, y'all, is back to save the day. Psych, she's one of them. Okay, yeah, you probably guessed it. I sure as shit didn't, but hey, maybe you're smarter than me. Jericho's in an alleyway, watching her and another cop approach him. They pull up their guns, and he's like, whoa, easy with the hardware. Nigga, run! He gets a drop on him really easily, though, so whatever. She dies, but she's very quickly brought back because, hey, Satan's unknown powers, he just resurrects people. He's like Jesus Christ. So now those two are on the run. Now they have the fucking record of killing cops as well. This is where the priest delivers that damn 1999 line I mentioned earlier. Yeah, this is where that's delivered. Arnold isn't convinced, which, hey, I get it, but homie, you just saw someone on fire, very calmly speaking. Maybe you should start to question a few things, okay? Whatever, he's not convinced. Christine is, so she stays back at the church. Arnold goes home to his shitty, grungy little apartment. This is also one of my favorite sequences, okay? Devil decides to pay him a visit, and this is where we get to see what happened to Jericho's family. And yeah, no, it's fucked up, okay? It's such a beautiful, calm little night, and then just sudden it goes to shit. That's bad enough, but the devil's really just there so he can get the info on Christine. Jericho decides to fucking unload on him with his gun and with his words. I love it. He's like, you're a fucking choir boy compared to me. A choir boy. It's just, oh man, it's so stupid. What follows is, in my opinion, one of the best dummy scenes. I love movie dummies, okay? The way motherfuckers just fall. Surprise! Kevin Pollak is back. And alive and well, too. Gotta say, I'm really suspicious of this Kevin Pollak guy. Apparently, he's been brought back to do Satan's bidding. And, you know, it's more of an unwilling thing because, well, he explains later why he's betraying his good friend Jericho. And, hey, I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Also, I need to point out, I love how there's been so many gunshots in this tiny, shitty apartment that still, no cops arrive. I don't think you hear sirens in the distance or neighbors. There's nothing. This is NYC, baby. Oh shit. The rogue murders priest are back. And Jericho arrives just in time. All hell is breaking loose at this church, y'all. Satan walks in, catches everyone off guard, and everyone catches a bad one. Except for that one priest, the one who gives us all the info. I guess his ass was smart enough to get the fuck out, while everyone else stayed back. I'm with that guy. Now, what follows from this is probably my least favorite sequence in the entire film. That last alleyway sequence, okay? This is where it's revealed that Kevin Pollak isn't a good guy anymore. At a time when Jericho and Christine needed help, you know, it looked like he was a beacon of light. Nope, he just ditches Jericho, who's, well, I don't know how to put this, folks. Due to plot armor, he's not killed, but he's crucified. No, the devil wouldn't do that. The devil should have killed him 10 times over by now, but decides to let him live. Someone who's causing a major hindrance in his plan. No, so that's something you kind of just gotta go with. Or if you're like most critics of the film, you can't, so you say fuck this movie. And now it's third act time, so we gotta gear up. Luckily for Gerald, he still has a job at the gun for hire business. I mean, he's literally able to just walk in and fuck off afterwards. And at this point in the film, people, this is where it's time for Christine and the devil to join forces. Very unsettling and just uneasy shit right here. Jericho, in a just pit of desperation, at one point he takes Christine hostage because he understands how valuable she is. But he's not thinking like, hey, the devil literally has the powers of Call of Duty to just respawn motherfuckers at will. That's not gonna work, bud. It's not gonna work. And now Kevin Pollak is presented with a choice here, people. Do the devil's bidding or help his good old buddy Jericho in the power of friendship? Which side do you think he leans toward? Take your time. Yes, he helps Jericho. Yes. This cost him dearly because he catches yet another bad one. This guy, man. Just guilty by association. Has nothing to do with this shit at all in the grand scheme of things. The biggest con to me in this film, besides like the lack of cohesion in the plot, yeah, totally a major hindrance and your mileage is gonna vary. But for me, the biggest issue besides that is the editing. So many quick and unnecessary cuts just taken away from the action sequences, which aren't horrible at all. There's actually some really cool shit. The fucking train sequence that I don't even have time to get into for the review. For the most part, I think that's pretty cool. It ends kind of stupid and you just gotta go with it yet again. But hey, it's not horrible. Jericho and Christine go to church, which I feel like I've said a million times in this review. But yeah, people, this film is about the devil coming to create the Antichrist. So yeah, this shit culminates in a church like a goddamn Tyler Perry movie, of course. It really takes off here because the devil sheds his skin, fucks off, reveals himself to Jericho, and then possesses his ass. Yeah, this goes really quick, but let me say, in my opinion, the creature reveal, the design, fucking dope. I mean, yeah, it's 90s CGI, so yeah, it might look like a wet blanket to some people. This shit is haunting to me. I don't know what they put in my drink, people, but I'm loving this shit. And I'm loving whatever they put in here. And I mentioned earlier, people, Jericho's in the midst of a crisis of faith. So what other time to accept our Lord and Savior than right now? Is it too late? But wait, he saves the day by sacrificing himself. Oh man, I love the wire work in here. It's so ridiculous. But he just fucking charges into this broadsword. So comical. There was no way that he thought people would take this shit seriously. I mean, there's no way, Sir Schwarzenegger. Man, you had to have known that this shit's ridiculous. And because of this noble sacrifice, Satan's defeated. He goes back down into hell to start another 1,000-year bid. We'll see you in the next millennium. Meanwhile, in the midst of the biggest party possibly ever, people are just prepared for the worst. They're unaware of what's going on here. So Christine thanks Jericho and heads off to this probably sad and uncertain future. Needless to say, she's gonna need a lot of therapy and Xanax. Bring back Udo Kier. It's okay. And then it ends. People, that was End of Days. Thank you so much for tuning in to me as I fanboy out about this stupid 1999 Arnold Schwarzenegger film that hardly anyone ever talks about. It's not really liked. It has a goddamn 11% rotten score on Rotten Tomatoes. Clearly, I'm a big fan of this one. So let's get into the rating, shall we? On the fuckery scale, which is exclusive to the shit show, this is where we decide what's a good bad movie or just a bad movie. On that particular scale, I'm gonna go with high class fuckery. Yes, this is a good bad movie. It is not lowbrow at all. On the regular scale, people, I can't believe I'm saying this. New Religion. How fucking fitting is that? Okay, I feel like Jericho Kane all over again. Yeah, I cannot believe that, people. I thought added to the collection would have been enough, but I thought about this movie while I was at work today. You know, I watched it last night. I just had a full day to think about it. And so thank you very much. My name's Henry from Ahead of the Curve 94. Thank you for tuning in to this crazy year. It's been 2024. We're just getting started. I don't care if we get one new sub this coming year. We're gonna keep going, folks. So yeah, if you're here, subscribe, like, comment, do all the shit. It really does help me out. And well, I'm trying to build a community here. Look at it this way. You could yell at me in the comments too. Hey, I respond to all of them. So I gotta get out of here, folks. It's been a great time reviewing this movie with you, and I'm just very thankful I get to do this shit at all. Alright, my name's Henry from Ahead of the Curve, and I'm signing out, y'all. Deuces. Hey, it's me again, the guy from the thing you just watched. Or fell asleep on, and you know who you are. Either way, I just need to say thank you so much. You deserve a reward. So, there you go. And while we're here, please consider subscribing, leaving a comment, and most definitely check out another video. Perhaps this one right here, or maybe that one over there. The choice is entirely up to you. And that is the Ahead of the Curve promise.